Morning with our top story, the Supreme Court's rebuke of a pillar of President Trump's economic agenda. In a 6-3 ruling issued on Friday, the justices struck down tariffs the president levied on nearly every country under an emergency powers law. Joining in the majority are two justices, Neil Gorsuch and Amy Coney Barrett, who were appointed to the High Court by President Trump in his first term. In the majority opinion, Chief Justice John Roberts wrote, quote, "The framers did not vest any part of the taxing power in the executive branch."
The latest CBS News polling finds nearly 2/3 of Americans are opposed to tariffs on imported goods. President Trump called the ruling a disgrace. And this morning, he said he's pivoting to a plan B. Willie James Inman is at the White House with the very latest. Good morning, Willie James.
Vlad, good morning to you. President Trump offered fierce criticism for Supreme Court justices who ruled against his sweeping tariffs, but the decision drove the president to announce a new plan using a different authority.
The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing, and I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country.
Following the Supreme Court's ruling striking down President Trump's use of emergency authority to levy sweeping tariffs, he announced a new plan for a blanket 10% import tax on global goods.
And that's taking place. That's a lot of money coming into our country. And then during that period of about 5 months, we are doing the various investigations necessary to put fair tariffs or tariffs, period, on other countries.
But the tariff is limited in scope, expiring in 5 months unless it is extended by Congress.
Why wouldn't you just work with Congress to come up with a plan?
I don't have to
push tariffs.
I have the right to do tariffs, and I've always had the right to do tariffs, and it's all been approved by Congress, so there's no reason to do it.
But many Democratic lawmakers say otherwise.
Even these justices who Trump nominated, even these judges who were way to the right, the law is so clear it's hard for them to avoid it. The amazing thing is how the other three didn't. But it's Congress that's always had the power on tariffs. And right now, I would urge my Republican colleagues, some of them don't like the tariffs. We've had some bipartisan legislation.
Most of them don't.
The government raked in more than $130 billion in revenue from tariffs since April of last year, according to data from Customs and Border Protection. Scott Lincecum of the Libertarian Cato Institute says don't expect lower prices right away. He also adds the ruling has set up a potential legal fight for businesses.
I think the ruling is really more a victory for the rule of law than it is for free trade.
How long do you think it's going to take for them to maybe see refunds or get their money back?
I think at least 6 months, but it could go on for a year or more.
Democratic governors, including Illinois' J.B. Pritzker and California's Gavin Newsom, are demanding refunds for American families. But it's important to point out that consumers likely won't see any type of tariff refund. But some businesses that were impacted by the Trump administration tariffs have already filed legal challenges seeking refunds.
All right, Willie James, thank you so much.